Hello, and welcome to Top Quadrants Quick GROK video. Today we're going to talk about change history in TopBraid EDG. All changes in TopBraid EDG by default are logged or audit trailed. And here I'm looking at the taxonomy in TopBraid EDG that I created previously in one of the previous videos. And let's say I want to look at the changes that were made here. I could bring in a change history panel that's available under panels and then reports. So let me place it here and I'm going to refresh. So we now see all the changes that were made to this taxonomy. I could filter those changes based on the date range when they were made, based on the user who made them. I have only one user here myself. Also based on the type of value that was changed, let's say a specific predicate such as preferred label. And if change was made in the context of a workflow, I could also filter on a specific workflow. So here we see all my changes, concepts that I've created and other changes that I made. If I want to filter them to be only about a specific resource, here's United States, I could click on this button on selected asset, and now I only have changes that were made to United States. So let's see what changes I made here. I've originally created United States, adding information about that it's a concept, its label, and that it's part of my taxonomy scheme. All the edit statements are displayed in green, and any removed statements are displayed in pink. So you could see here that at some point I had New York City as a border of United States, but then I made that change. So it was border of New York, and I made it border of United States. So here you have green and pink, green for edit, pink for deleted. All the changes that made as part of the same transaction are shown together. Some concepts I've created individually. Here, when I was creating children of United States, several states, I created them all together, so they're shown as one transaction. One more thing that I could do here, I could actually undo some of the changes that I made previously. So, for example, I made New Jersey to be related to United States. I actually was planning to make it related to New York since they are neighboring states. If I want to undo a change that was done previously, I could select it. I could select multiple changes actually, and then I could click on undo button. And that's gonna ask me if I really want to revert it. And yeah, I made the revert and the change has disappeared. So that's a quick introduction to the change history. Sometimes you may want to access the change history programmatically. For example, when you integrated TopBraid EDG with some other system that need access to the log, TopBraid EDG offers a number of APIs that you could use for doing this. I'm gonna very quickly show one of the methods that will be familiar to you developers, which is using Graphql to query the change history. If you go to the Export tab, you see a number of options for Graphql queries. If you pick this one as Teamwork Graph, that gives you access to the change log specifically. So you could see here, for example, that gives you an example of the available class that you could query for changes and the fields that you could query. So you could start typing here changes. This is you get back a JSON structure with all your changes. And your developers will find this quite familiar, and they'll know how to use it. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to write to us with any questions that you may have.